First Chronicles is one of the most misunderstood books in the Bible. People hear genealogies and switch off. But this book is actually a masterpiece, written to rebuild a nation that had lost everything. It retells Israel's story to remind them who they are, where they came from, and who their God still is. And at the center of it all stands David, the worshiper, the warrior, the king with a heart after God. Today, we're breaking down First Chronicles in a way that's simple, powerful, and anything but boring. Let's begin.
1. The purpose. Why First Chronicles exists.
First Chronicles was written after Israel came back from Babylon. They were rebuilding the temple, rebuilding the land, and most importantly, rebuilding their identity. The writer, traditionally called the chronicler, tells Israel,
"You're not nobody. You come from a long line of God's people. Your story didn't end in exile."
This book is about hope, identity, and a fresh start.
2. The genealogies. Not boring, actually brilliant.
Instead of reading every name, here's the one thing the genealogies show. They link Adam to Abraham, to the tribes, to David. Why? Because the chronicler wants the returning Israelites to know.
You still belong. You are still God's people. Your line didn't break. God kept his promise.
Now, on to the story.
3. Saul's tragic ending.
Before the chronicler talks about David, he quickly covers Saul's death. Why? Because Saul represents leadership without obedience. A king who had the throne but lost the heart. It's a reminder, strength without God collapses. Now David steps into the story.
4. David becomes king, the spiritual version.
First Chronicles doesn't retell David's failures. No Bathsheba, no fleeing, no family drama. Why? Because this book is focused on restoration, not scandal. The chronicler highlights the best of David, his worship, his courage, his leadership, his heart for God. This is David the way a hurting nation needed to see him, as a model of hope.
5. The mighty men unite behind David.
This book shows us how people from every tribe came to David even when he had nothing. Why? Because spiritual leadership attracts the right people. David didn't become strong alone. He became strong because God sent him strong men. A powerful lesson for today.
6. David brings the ark to Jerusalem.
This is a huge moment. The ark represented God's presence. Bringing it to Jerusalem meant
God is back at the center of our nation.
David danced, the people shouted, worship filled the streets. It wasn't about politics or power. It was about putting God first.
7. David establishes worship like never before.
This is one of the most beautiful themes in 1 Chronicles. David sets up worship teams, musicians, singers, instruments, choirs, psalms, and daily thanksgiving. This wasn't a side idea. It was the heart of the nation. David built a culture of worship, and revival followed.
8. God makes a covenant with David.
God gives David one of the greatest promises in Scripture.
Your throne will last forever.
This points to Jesus, the son of David, who would sit on the eternal throne. First Chronicles connects David's line to the future Messiah. It's hope for the nation and hope for the world.
9. David's victory reign. God gives him rest.
The chronicler highlights David's victories, not to glorify war, but to show when a leader follows God, the whole nation is strengthened. David expands the kingdom, establishes justice, and brings peace.
10. David's deep desire to build the temple.
This is one of the most emotional moments. David says,
I want to build a house for God.
But God says no, because David was a man of war and the temple would be a place of peace. Instead, God says,
Your son will build it, but you will design it, prepare it, and supply it.
David accepts this with humility, a powerful example of letting God decide our role.
11. David prepares everything for Solomon.
Even though David won't build the temple, he gives Mountains of gold, tons of silver, precious stones, detailed blueprints, materials, skilled workers, organized priesthood, worship leaders, musicians, gatekeepers, and officials. David prepares the next generation better than he had it. A lesson for every parent, leader, or believer today.
12. David's final speech, and a nation ready to rise.
David gathers the whole assembly and gives a powerful final speech.
Everything we have comes from God. Now give willingly to build his house.
The people respond with joy and generosity. David blesses God, and Solomon is publicly announced as king. 1 Chronicles ends not with sorrow, but with strength, unity, and hope. 1 Chronicles is a book of restoration. A book for people rebuilding their lives after loss, exile, or disappointment. It reminds us, your story isn't over, your identity is intact, and God can rebuild anything: your life, your heart, your family, your future. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for the next one, and get ready for 2 Chronicles, where the story continues.